Welcome to the West Texas town of El Paso, the Sun Bowl and home to the Utep Miners, and it's always a pleasure to come out this way, and we're certainly excited about the game we have in store. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Utep Miners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Raging Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Give to the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. Back to pass. Dances away. He'll throw it. Intercepted in the first drive. Into the pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
They'll run it from the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Second down coming up.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Let's go!
Scanning the field, it's Dyer. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
And the Raging Cajuns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Louisiana! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Utep has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Breaks into the open. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 32.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Taylor.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
And the Miners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides the back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finding open areas. Nifty little scamper on this one. First down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I don't know if the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The Miners are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. It's incomplete. I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
29 Philly.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Ringo.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his man. It's Taylor. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll slide after picking up the first down.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can move the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
And the Miners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the air on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utep has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ware. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
And off from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Taylor. He'll make the play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Gives it on the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Miners are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Taylor. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down run.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll take it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure coming. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. They had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Taylor. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Completes it in the middle. That one takes him down to the 13-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Miners will hustle to the line. Quick strike complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Utep! Getting set for the point after. extra point. They cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. San Diego State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory inside Snapdragon Stadium. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And the pass is incomplete. Charm loose by the hit.
Nothing receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could...
There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass. It's Dyer. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's right. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all away. Touchdown, Cajun.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Utep, 7.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Utep has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jamison. Turning it on. And he picks up the first down, and he will remember the price paid after that hit.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Catch in the middle, it's Hunt. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Miners will have it 1st and 10.
Moves.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Terrier. Get set. Get set. Terrier. Terrier.
Wants to go up top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. Down to the 36-yard line, and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Running back searching for a hole.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Jukes his way for more. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Raging Cajuns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Let's go!
After the run, now to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're not giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
To the big fella. On the move at the 3. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
And the Raging Cajuns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Dyer. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Number 17.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Brown. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And they'll take over.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Caught over the middle, it's Watkins. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half. Here and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Louisiana, 31.
He'll put total leather and get the second half started.
Set to kick it away.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
Makes the grab inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big
touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Louisiana.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
38. Utep, 7.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
Utep Miners will take over. First and 10.
UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO. He's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a way.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside get. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
With the catch, it's Jamison. Oh, he's got some space. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Using the quick game. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Miners moving quickly to the line. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miners. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
38, Utep, 14.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Raging Cajuns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. That's caught, it's right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Brought down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
2-9 Philly.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cajuns.
Louisiana.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
14.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Utep has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and they back it up here.
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Taylor. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Grab near the marker. It's Taylor. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
The Miners are rolling down the field. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They'll line up for a second down play. Trying play action. Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Miners are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Finds his man. It's Brown. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Quarterback keeper. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
Utep, 14.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Let's go!
Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. Running through contact. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it out at 13.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6.
He's brought down at the 6-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Quarterback making checks. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Miners come to the line in the hurry up. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utep! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going. They can be doing.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Dyer. Got a man, it's right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Raging Cajuns really need to keep this drive alive on third down.
25. Lizzie.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on there.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there. They're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Miners want to move quickly.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down to the 31-yard line. The Miners come to the line with a new set of downs.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Gets it out fast.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be hazard for this offense.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Behind the chains now on second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Finds a man in the middle. Can't quite cross the lane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Puts it in for the score. Touchdown, Utep. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Is no good.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
27.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to pass. It's Dyer. Fires to the big fella. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
And the Raging Cajuns can really attack on this 2nd and short.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Snap it to the back. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship.